People say a lot about TF2, and I feel as though there's a lot of common misconceptions that get spread about this game, and today I felt like I wanted to talk about some of them just to clear some things up that people have been saying, and tell you what I believe to be the truth about TF2. But before we do that, a bunch of you guys watching right now aren't actually subscribed, so if you go on to enjoy the video, I'd really appreciate it if you click the sub button. You don't have to, but, you know, it'd mean a lot. Also, this video is sponsored by quicksell.store. They are an online trading website with a huge inventory of stuff that you can trade for, which is really nice. And sometimes you can even buy stuff in that site for around buy orders, which is quite rare and you don't normally get to do that. There is also a giveaways tab where every single week they give away an unusual, so definitely make sure you check that out. And the site is fully automatic, so you don't have to be trading with actual people, and you can trade at pretty much any time of the day that you would like to. The link will be in the description. Definitely go and check them out. They are a really awesome site. I've used them before in the past. Definitely recommended. So the first misconception that a lot of people seem to have about TF2 is that the game is dead. Now, this could be like its whole separate video if I wanted to do that, but for now, I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to tell you here very simply, the game is not dead. It's had its best year ever last year, and it's still showing super high numbers and, you know, signs that it's probably going to keep going like that. I know cynics will try and say that half of them are bots or something like that, but really? You think there's 50,000 bots in the game? I don't think so. There might be a few hundred to maybe 1,000 or 2,000 bots I can imagine, but not 50,000 individual bots boosting the player numbers that high. You might not agree, but that's how I see it. I can't imagine there's that many bots considering the amount of times I run into them, you know? And regardless of all that anyway, TF2 is just not dead. I feel like it's a community joke at this point. They're all playing a dead game, even though a lot of us know that the game is actually doing quite well. Another misconception I see a lot is that everyone you meet will be toxic, which also just isn't true. You might find some toxic players and some servers might be more toxic than others. That is absolutely true. But I've met so many nice people in TF2 games that have really made my day sometimes. So I can't sit back and agree that everyone is toxic in this game when this kind of thing is happening. And, I'm meeting some very nice people. Now, obviously, everybody is not going to be absolutely lovely all of the time, but not everyone is going to be horrible either. And I think that you will find that kind of thing in every single game that you ever play. I'm very sorry if you're a new TF2 player and one of your first experiences ever with our community was a toxic one. I promise we're not all like that. Moving on, the third misconception that people have about TF2 is that certain classes are overpowered, which I've seen a lot of people disagree with. And the reason I said a lot of people disagree with this one rather than I disagree with this one is because I've only started really educating myself on it recently because, I liked complaining before. Now, every class in TF2 has at least one counter. So you're probably just not playing that class that you think is overpowered's counter, or nobody on your team is playing the counter to that class, so it feels like they could just pretty much do whatever they want. But in reality, no class is truly overpowered, but I think maybe Pyro, which is the example that gets used a lot, basically counters more classes than most other people. So obviously the soldier in demo counters them by air blasting. You can completely negate a whole soldier's effort just by air blasting a couple of times. And also obviously Spy is the main one that Pyro is meant to be used for because, that's kind of what he was designed to do, set them on fire. But if you get a good enough scout, heavy, or sniper against him, then he can't possibly be an issue because you can kill him from so far away. And you can't reflect bullets. Now, as a scout main, I'm still trying to learn to keep my distance a little bit. I'm one of the people who said Pyro was overpowered at one point. But I'm educating myself, like I said. 2021 is the year of learning, apparently. Now, this misconception is a bit of a topical one. People are currently saying that every single server has bots in them and they're ruining the game. Now, I played casual for the first time in 2 weeks, a day or two ago, to test my new mouse, and I got into multiple servers that were completely bot free. They didn't have one at the start, they didn't have one that joined and got kicked straight away, there just wasn't any bots in that server whatsoever. Now, does this mean I didn't find any bots the whole time I was playing casual? Absolutely not. There was a couple of servers that I did have to leave because they were dead and bots were kind of taking over. So, yeah, you do get games like that, but you also get games where you can actually play because there aren't any bots in them. So don't get me wrong, this problem is definitely not over, but at least in EU, there's plenty of casual games that you can get into that don't have any bots. I can't really speak for NA because I don't play in those servers, and I do watch some NA streamers and they seem to be able to find games most of the time completely fine. I still don't want to assume like the situation over there because I just haven't seen it. And my final little misconception that people tend to have with this game is that it needs constant updates to carry on being fun. I have made so many videos before talking about things you can try out in TF2 if you're getting a little bit bored to mix things up a little bit. And there's so many other videos by other people talking about things you could do in TF2 to stop yourself from getting bored. In my head, TF2 does not need constant updates to carry on being fun. But that might just be me. Maybe I'm a delusional optimist when it comes to TF2, but, you know, I'm cool with that. And I also don't know if it's because I'm a YouTuber and a streamer, but I'm constantly thinking of things I haven't done before in TF2 and make sure I'm staying interested in the game and I can actually make interesting videos. I mean, at least I hope they're interesting. I would definitely sit and think a bit about what else you can do in this game that doesn't require an update for you to try and find it fun. You might think of something and you might have a great time. Like recently, I've been playing Spy. Don't normally play Spy. I'm also playing Engineer. Like Engineer, me playing that. I never thought that would happen, but I'm actually kind of enjoying it. So you never know. Anyway, that is going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave this video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. It would mean a lot to me. And I also have a Patreon, and you can check out my stickers down below as well. I'm thinking of maybe doing a t-shirt soon, which will be quite cool. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching once again, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.